Charles said, dealing with simulation-themed solipsism OCD, other than watching triggering movies, what forms of exposure would you suggest? For example, watch The Truman Show. You are in therapy now. Could use some ideas from experienced therapists. The theme is weird and feels niche, but thankful for the two of us. Says, no idea how much we've helped it. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. And I love this theme. This is one. I mean,
take it.
I understand. I understand you feel it's niche. It's not as niche as you think. And I do feel like a broken record, so I'm sorry, Charles. The goal is like, not what if that's true or how do I know what's real? It's like, this might be a simulation. I mean, actually, I can't prove it's not. So right now you're getting, either real info, simulation info, or like you are literally generating us out of your head and you don't know. And the question is, how do I live in that world? And that's really the question. So, I mean, some people are like, if that's true, I give up. And for some reason, the argument of like, by the way, this all might be true, so maybe you want to treat it as if it's real. It's like, that doesn't matter. If it's not true, I give up. Which is kind of odd, because if I'm making all this up, and if the closest I can come to reality is I'm having these experiences, I'm having these sensations that appear, like I have these visuals and all these things, I have no idea if they're like actual or I'm just experiencing them. That's as close as to reality I can get. But let's see, what shall I give up doing everything? Well, I'm still trapped in the simulation. You know what? That would be like boring. And I always ask people, I know you're trapped in the simulation and maybe you just want to give up because, like, what's the point? What's the point of going out with somebody who just turns out like they disappear and fade away because the simulation stops? But my point is, like, so do you eat crappy tasting food? Because it's not real. Why bother?
Right.
But no, I kind of like to enjoy the taste. Do you engage in asexual activity? Why bother? Well, that's fun. So it's like, okay, it might be a simulation, and I'm suggesting I might as well enjoy it. I will treat it as if it's real. And I hope if I wake up, I'll cope with it. I mean, because, if I wake up, I don't know where I'm coming out and things, but like, there's no way for me to break the stimulation. Nobody's offering me, and I always forget if it's the red pill or the blue pill, but no one's offering me the pill.
Take the red pill. Yeah.
And so I want to say sim. So I mean, the answer is kind of like, embrace it, and because I can't answer what the truth is, but I can say I want to make, it may, I want to enjoy it while I can.
I love the scene in the Matrix. I think it's in the second Matrix where he's looking at the steak and he says, I know it's not real, but God, it tastes so good. It's like, yeah.
Just one other thing, it's interesting with the whole simulation thing. In the same way, he knows it's not real, but it tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
We all engage in watching movies.
Yes.
Which are fake. And we have emotional response to fake things.
Fake things.
Mm-hmm. So, so I mean, I think the goal is like, take it all the way in and it's like, okay, let me learn to make the best of the sim. As far as it is a sim or not, how can I prove, there's no way to prove it. And this question, are you in the sim or am I in the sim? I feel like I'm doing better than you because look at the sim I made up. If I'm making this up, I've made it pretty sweet. But so I understand you can't change your sim, but yeah, I think it's good you're in therapy and make the best out of it.
Yeah,
and I'm serious.
Is there